Hello everybody and welcome back to Felsbrunn. So how are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing very well. What we're going to do is basically go and start harvesting the oats and the wheat. Both of which are for our animals. We have the wheat for the chickens and also the oats for the horses. I think probably the oats are the priority since they have hardly any food at all. Whereas the chickens have pretty much a full trough of wheat. At least they did do the last time I checked. So yep. I have tidied up this place, which you might be able to tell with the exception of this just casually sitting here in the middle of the yard. Things are much neater. So, yeah, it's looking better. Anyway, let's get this combine rolling. We need to go and get the oats harvested. So, yeah, very soon, the horses will be fully fed. With the exception again of the hay. Yeah, I always forget the hay. Of course, the hay is requiring a few other tools which we don't have. We need to have a tedder, a windrower, and well, we do need the loading wagon, but that's fine, we have one. So yeah, this section here will be cut eventually. We can also buy hay, so I might go and buy a bale of them just to boost the productivity. Anyway, on this side of the field we have the oats, so we might be able to just unload straight into the trough. I'll have to try it. I'm not too sure. So here goes. I must just say as well, I have been looking after this field quite a bit, so if we just really quickly just jump out of here, you'll see that it says, oh, there we go, 100% fertilised, 0% weed. Absolutely perfect. That couldn't be better. So I'm quite proud of myself. I'm usually really rubbish at looking after things, so yeah, hopefully it's going to make a difference to the yield. Almost finished, we'll just go back up here and then come back down, and that'll be all of our oats done. Now we only have 2,500 litres, which doesn't sound very good to me, but you never know, when it goes into the feed trough it might be quite a lot, I guess. I don't know. We did give them 1,000 litres before and it was like a speck, like 5% of what they need, so this is kind of concerning. Maybe we do need to have a massive field of oats. Combine's broken, not powerful enough to propel itself up the hill. I have to keep turning it off and on. There we go. It might be that the header was hitting the ground, not too sure. No, I am fully in reverse and it can barely move. Come on, you can do it. Still in reverse, still in reverse. Oh, I'll have to turn the header off. Give it a bit of power. Oh. It's alright going forwards, downhill. So yeah, we have loads of straw. We're going to have to sell the straw which we have in the loading wagon and replace it with this stuff. This is more money. I think it's about £1,800 per full load. So it's a few £1,000s worth here. And there we go. The rest of the field is wheat. That's going to be done very soon. But my focus, at the moment at least, is for the horses. So we need to put our focus on the horses and make sure they are very happy and productive. And also the good news is the chickens have now started to give us their eggs, which is very kind of them because they were kind of holding back in the previous episode. For some reason they couldn't put their eggs into the boxes. I don't know how they do it anyway, they're very clever. So, it is working. I actually wasn't expecting that to work. I knew it would be nice if it would do. But would you have thought it? Well, that does make life easy. It's turning green. It's also the same place where we put the hay, so I think we'll go and buy a hay bale just to give them everything they require, since the horses are worth so much. There we go. So if we go on to the horse menu, that's alright. It's about 25% full, so at least they have something to go on. They don't seem to be consuming it too quickly, so yeah, that's pretty good. As for the hay, that isn't so good. Oh, and the chickens, how are they? They're fine. Good old chickens. I'm surprised they don't take water. I don't think they do. Chickens love water. As we have all this lovely grass out here, I'm just going to park the combine up. We'll put it here. Okay, so we have a job to do. It is to obviously bring a bale back. I don't really want to buy bales very often. Hopefully this is the only one we have to buy. But just to make sure we are getting the maximum amount of money out of the horses, I think it would be wise just to go and get a bale. Hopefully very soon we can produce our own. But we don't really have the money to invest in a mower and also a tedder. If it was just the mower, it would be probably doable, but since it is a tedder as well, that makes it a bit more challenging. Here goes. We're looking for bales, square hay bales. It's actually not too expensive. Oh, we can choose the amount, that's nice. Whoa. Stack them up. That's a good feature. First time I've actually been on the menu. So is it cheaper if we buy several? $6.50. Yes it is, because that's gone up in $6.50. Hang on, wait. One is free. Really? Nah, it must be $6.50. This is an extra price. So it's $6.50 plus, yeah, that's the same. And then, yeah, so we're not actually getting a bonus there. It is just a flat price, so it doesn't really matter how many you buy. So we have a bale. 4,000 litres of hay. Hopefully the horse is going to love this. It should really boost their productivity. Coming through, everybody. Hay bale on the loose. Can't wait for the time when we can actually own more fields and do our own baling. It's just so difficult to be able to afford the land. It's really expensive. I don't know if it's a realistic price. It doesn't seem to be. I would say it's a very expensive price for a field. Having bought one in real life. So I don't know. I suppose we are getting the surrounding land as well. Please tell me this is going to work. Please tell me I've bought a hay bale, not a grass bale. It's definitely a hay bale, so where do you want it? Take it. I want to feed you this stuff. I'll come back to that in a second. I'm going to go and take the straw over to the sell point to make a bit of money. And, oh wow, that's not right. What did they do? We have just lost the bale. Even the... Oh, did the dog eat it? Oh wait, the horses did eat it. What? The horses ate the hay. That's going to remain a mystery. Maybe the bale just has to be in the yard for the horses to get to. No idea. Okay, so yeah, let's go over to the sell point. It's not too far away. Depends how full we are. I'll get a full load actually. We'll get some more off the field, and then hopefully what's left in the field I can keep in the loading wagon for the horses. In fact, I'll go over here and give them some more. It's over there actually, the trigger. So we'll do a lap going round the roundabout. Yeah, not really requiring too much there. It really won't take too long to fill up. It's almost there anyway. There we go. Right then, £1,800 on the way. Should be about £1,800, assuming the price is still good. Good. Okay, so 1,800, 1,367. That means the price has really dropped. Oh well, it's still a bit of extra income. Mr. Sniff, stop glitching. I have no idea where he... Oh, there he is. Okay, so yeah, we have a whole third of straw. Let's go and get it cleared up. Hopefully it's going to fit into here. If it doesn't, then I'll just sold some more. And we just need to finish off with maybe a quarter of a load in here. After all, we do have the wheat coming as well. I suppose actually we could sell all this straw, since we do have the wheat straw in the next day or so. And once we have finished here, I'm going to move on to a contract, and hopefully we'll finish the day with quite a good income. That is the plan. At least it should be the way it's going to go. Because in the past I have tended to end up with much less than what we started the episode with, which isn't good. It's time to turn that around and finish off with much more than what we started with. There we go. Everything is nice and tidy. I don't think there is a single piece of straw missed here. So that is going to be a good supply for the future. It's only really for the next day or so, just in case we do need to have something. Chances are, though, we can sell all of this. We can just use the wheat straw to give to the horses over the next week. So this is most likely going to be sold. Okay, so let's go and put it over here under cover so it doesn't get wet. Otherwise it's going to go slimy and soggy. Probably soggy. Yeah, and what I want to do now is try and take a job, high value job, so that we can make a good amount of money. We'll do the wheat tomorrow, because the wheat can wait a few more days. It was put in second, I think. There we go. Okay, actually I should probably feed the dog. You alright, dog? You alright? Okay, good. Let's just put some food in the bowl. There we go. Do you want a ball? You do? You said yes, I'm sure you did. Hey, hey. You want your food? Okay, goodbye. We have several jobs. There are 2 or 3 high value ones here, especially the £6,400 one. It's not particularly interesting though. I prefer to do harvesting. So if we can do this one here, this is a bit of sunflower harvesting. Not done that before. So if we do a bit of work with the Massey Ferguson, we can't use our own combine because it doesn't have the corn header and it's not big enough. It's a 5.5 acre field almost. So yeah, for number 2, take the product to the grain mill and we're provided with a, I think it's a T6 and a cramp trailer. Okay. Yes, T6175, so it's bigger than our tractor. Obviously same design as the New Holland, but yeah, physically larger and a higher horsepower. So we don't need to take it over there just yet. We'll take the combine first, get it working, and then we can come back and retrieve that. It is the Massey Ferguson 7347S. Pretty big machine. Very vibrant colour scheme. And plenty of wheel slip. Okay, off we go. I suppose we could tow the trailer with the combine, but yeah, the drawbar may not be long enough. For number 2, let's go and find this field. Oh dear. It's right at the top of the hill. Great. I don't know how the combine will cope with climbing the hill. I think it'll do it. Absolutely no problem at all. It's got tons of horsepower, but it's probably going to be a fairly slow climb. Like 5 miles per hour. I love the level of detail though. They are so well done. The modelling of these machines is just, I wouldn't say perfect, because you never know, there could be something which has been missed. I'm obviously not observant enough to see everything, every single speck of detail. But it certainly looks good enough to me. It looks very detailed. Brilliantly done. And the interior too. The interior looks great. I would love class Lexians in the game. Obviously it would mean having class, so I love the Massey Fergusons, but for combines I always tend to go for Lexian. It will be interesting to see if one of the DLCs in the future is going to be class. I would love it to be. But there are other brands as well which haven't been in. Kubota. There are several smaller brands which haven't been in. There's also Iseki. I'd love Iseki to be in, because in my opinion they make really good quality tractors. And they're not super expensive, so they could be quite affordable. Most of their machines are smaller, but they do 100 horsepower or so, 150 maybe, not too sure exactly, but they do go into that range. And they also do things like rice planters, rice harvesters, that sort of stuff, so you could get a different type of crop and use Izeki's machinery. Love that. And also compact tractors. I still am disappointed that there aren't compact tractors in the game, because they could be very useful. And I'm also very impressed with the combine. 20 miles per hour up the hill. It hasn't even noticed it. Like I said though, I probably shouldn't be surprised. It is a really high horsepower machine, so driving up a hill should be the least of its worries. We're almost there already. Just around the corner, turn right, and fin number 2 I think is in front of us, just to the left hand side. It is, yeah. So this is not a massive field, it's quite a long field because I've worked in field number 1, which is the sister field of field number 2. It's exactly the same, I think. Maybe a slight difference? No, it looks very similar. So yeah, it's a biggish field, but it's not gigantic. There it is. Let's unfold the header, start over this side, and then almost immediately we'll be going back over to the store to get the tractor. And now for the T6, get those beacons on. This is going to be a bit more of a challenge. It is empty luckily, and when we're full we'll be coming downhill, but I think it is still going to be pulling it down to 9 miles per hour. That seems to be the tradition. I think pretty much every machine I've taken up there has been doing about 8 or 9 miles per hour. It is a bit different, the interior view, over the T5. I would say it's nicer. We have more controls, and it's faster. It's a faster gearbox. So that should help quite a bit with the climb. We can have a run up, and you never know, we might be able to do 15 miles per hour. Here we go. Let's see if the speed drops. 32, that's what we've got currently. It's actually looking really promising. It's like we have no trailer on the back. Oh, 31, 29. It's definitely declining, but still very good. We're now doing the same speed as the T5 at full speed. Yeah, 18. My foot is still to the floor, I'm not cheating. 16, 15, 14, 13? Oh, okay. We might be getting down to 9. I think we've leveled out. It is 13. That's the lowest we've been to. It's now going back to 14, 15. It's fluctuating. So yeah, it's definitely faster going up the hill than the T5. Not that it really matters that much. 20 again. Nice. Helper F has stopped working unexpectedly. Unknown reason. Great. Oh, we hit 11. That definitely went down to 11. Still good though. Alright, let's see how many acres it's managed to munch up. It's probably just gone down one side and that's it. Yeah, it has. It's just done that and thought, alright, that's it. No more for me. Oh no, it didn't fall off the cliff, did it? No, it just stops. It stops here. Which is still better than falling off the cliff. So this is my turn. I'm going to do everything else now. It'll be free. And looking at the fill rate, it's going to fit most of the field into here. So we'll definitely fit it in the trailer. We might have to unload the combine twice. Yeah, twice. No more than 2 times. Let's see how we go. As you can see, we've almost finished. What we're going to do is obviously unload into the trailer. Hopefully we're going to be able to get a bonus as well, since we are going to harvest the entire crop, and it should give us some of the money for selling the sunflowers. So we'll just have to hope for the best. Anyway, just making sure the combine can keep going. I've driven the combine the whole time. This is the first time it's been on a worker. So we have saved a lot of money not using a worker. It's not really necessary, but with a really big field, I do like to use the workers to do it, because it is much easier, especially with the potatoes and sugar beet. It's looking good though. We're getting a lot off the field. Back to me driving, and we just have the final piece, so we will cover everything. We're not going to leave a single bit, because it is just a waste of money, as we do get paid for it. The majority of the money goes to the owner of the field, but I think it is just an incentive to finish the field, giving you a few £100 for the crop which is left. Okay, so auger out, and we're going to call that a finished field. There we go. Great. So it is only 25% full, this trailer. We could have actually used a much smaller tractor with a smaller trailer. I think they probably did this just to guarantee we could pull everything up the hill. Although, yeah, I think we'd really struggle to actually get a tractor completely stuck on the hill, as I've said. The 100 horsepower tractor could still do 9 miles per hour, which is not really a bad speed at all. We have to go around here to avoid the crash barrier. Now for the very fast descent. We should be pushing the limits of this tractor. It can do 32, but yeah, probably 40 is going to be our downhill speed, especially with weight on the back. Let's see, can we hit 40? We can. What about 45? Oh, it's starting to get a bit scary. Whoa, whoa, don't want to flip it over. 46. Oh no, it's a bend. 47. Wow, this is a bit like a roller coaster. 50? Same speed as the Tatra truck. Pretty good. Yep. I think 49 was the limit. We might have hit 50. But that is still very impressive for a 32 mile per hour gearbox. So the stop point is just at the bottom of here, conveniently. Oh, it's a bit rocky. There it is. We're going to be jet propelled into the tipping point. Whoa, I can't brake so fast. There we go. Actually, that's a really good braking system. Okay, so the majority, like I say, is going to go to the customer, the owner. But if our money goes up at all, that is the bonus. 24,514, and we finished there with an extra £2,386. Wow, it's definitely worth it. And we get the 2938 from this. Complete. Very good. We're almost back on £30,000 again. It doesn't sound like much money, but we were pretty much in debt. The other day I had to borrow money, which I've now repaid. So, yeah, things are looking up. We are slowly but surely making money. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.